Hand. That's not me. If you haven't started yet, raise your hand. I haven't actually started the shopping, but I've started the making. I know that so many of us are preparing for this season. I know that there's a lot of family involved. How many of you guys got family plans out there? I definitely have family plans. You have family plans, Coach Nick?
I got a few, yeah.
Yeah. Are you excited about those plans? How many of you guys are excited about your plans? Keep your hands
Oh,
up. I know the holidays, I'm excited about my plans. I have really been able to, especially this year, because I'm just really so behind, honestly, to approach the holidays with ease. It just is what it is. I'm really finding that I'm plugging into the joyful spirit of things. My husband is like, damn, this holiday season, this is all commercial. This is commercial bullshit. So how many of you guys feel that way about the holidays? I know there are so many different ideas. Some of it really truly is, which is why I like to make homemade gifts for people. I like to really get into it. But this season really brings up a lot of different opportunities to experience life, man. We've got stress of our families. We've got the stress of financial obligations, making sure you get the right gift for everybody. Maybe you have stress finding the right thing. I know that regardless of how life is playing out for you, you don't get to escape who you are on the inside. And the holidays really is going to give you a chance to see what you're made of on the inside. And I'm finding that I'm moving through this time with much more ease than I ever have in my life before. So I'm excited to talk about this today. I'm excited to share with you guys some of the insights that have really helped me this year. I know Coach Nick pretty much approaches everything in his life with grace and ease, which is one reason why I like hanging out with you so much, my friend. Welcome, everybody. If this is the first time you're joining us, this is the Akashic Show here on the Akashic Academy. My name is Emily Harrison. I am the founder and director here, and I get to hang out and build this amazing space with my partner, with my friend, Coach Nick. Coach Nick has brought so much to my life, and I'm realizing even more and more. We had a big experience together this weekend with some amazing souls going through a spiritual business retreat. This is the first time the energies of the support from the Akashic Records have been married with the formulas and the structures and the blueprints that you give us for creating jobs that support and sustain our families, doing this work, which, oh my God, as you can see, lights me up, makes me very, very excited. And I realize that as I continue to grow as a mentor and a teacher, you give me structures that help me work more dynamically with the people that are so passionate about creating jobs. And it really, the records really allow popping off of new ideas. And when I can start walking people through formulas and structures and then bringing those ideas, helping hold that space to bring those ideas in, it is just ridiculously fun. So thank you for illuminating that in my life, in my journey, Coach Nick. Then this is only the beginning, my friend. It's Friday. How are you?
Good. I'm doing fantastic. Thanks so much for that nice introduction. And yeah, I love Fridays because I get to hang out with you, and you're you're always so excited. You know, you're like this, like, oh my gosh, I got a million ideas. We were actually talking before the show, and we were talking because we've got our magazine coming out, which we're going to mention in a sec. But then, you know, and there, for me, it was maybe just a few second pause. And then I asked something, and Emily's, I don't know, I've already had a million ideas before. We talked about that. And I was like, yeah, what are we talking about? And I was like, oh, that was, to me, it was just a couple of seconds ago. We were just talking about the magazine. But Emily, you really bring a lot of ideas, a lot of enthusiasm, sort of that passionate energy to the table, which, to grow an organization, you need that. You need that sort of fiery, passionate energy to go out there, make things happen, which is fantastic. And yeah, this weekend was absolutely fantastic. And being able to work with you in very dynamic ways, it just keeps evolving and growing. So I so thank you so much for being here and being the founder and being the director, helping light workers all around the world get certified in the Akashic Records, being able to tap into that space of the Akash. It's beautiful work. Thank you so much. Always a pleasure. We got a ton of comments coming in, guys. Thanks so much. Go ahead, hit that like and love button and all that kind of cool stuff. Make sure you send some of those bubbles across the screen. hit that share button now. So many people, as Emily mentioned at the beginning, are, getting caught up in the anxiety, the worry, the family drama, the whatever the holidays brings. And this episode is really going to help people just chill out and really experience a joyful holiday season. So please share this video out so we can get this message out to as many people as we can. What are we doing now? Puppets.
Let's do some puppet show.
It's puppet show time.
Let's do a puppet show, because I gave you a sneak peek of my puppet before we started. My puppet is really good today.
I totally did. All right, you ready? I'm going to
all right, you getting drum roll?
Give me a drum roll. Bam!
Boom! I don't know if you can follow up this beauty, Nick. This is going to be difficult. This is Rhonda Elliott, everybody. I love me some Rhonda Elliott. The comment went down, and I actually can't read the whole thing. Do you mind reading that, Coach Nick?
Yeah, sure. So Rhonda said, not living from the heart as well as the mind, you are disabling your full abilities and full enjoyment of life and what's around you.
That is huge. And it's really like, when you want to get down to foundational pieces of how to grow and expand, this is it. You've got to be living from the heart space. And I just love working with Rhonda. I love that she gets it. Rhonda, of course, is not only a member of the Academy, not only a graduate of learning to read the Akashic Records, she's also a Reiki master and also a host right here at the Akashic Network. And the Ladies of Spirit sessions, by the way, their 1-year anniversary, which also marks the 1-year anniversary of the Akashic Network, is coming up with Miss Teresa Warren. There she is. That's a co-host of Rhonda's. And Bex Marie, they have an amazing event planned. It's not really even a show. It's an event. And Coach Nick and I are just really excited and proud of all of our hosts, everything that they've accomplished, they've been able to, the space they've been able to expand and create. And I seriously sometimes just sit back, look at this community that's growing, and I'm just in awe and so much honor to work with these people. It's so fun. All right, Coach Nick, are you ready for a drum roll?
Totally am.
Okay.
Bam. All right, we've got William Lamb. Yeah, you knew who it was.
I know who that's William Lamb.
Totally is William Lamb. And I'm pretty proud of William's, I hope, William, you like your mugshot here.
Oh my gosh, you followed up Rhonda well.
I did. I thought I did a good job with William. And you know what, William? William just said a simple thank you so much, Nick and Emily, last week. And, sometimes the best thing that we can just say is thank you to someone. And it's just really warm and appreciative. William's always tuning in and being part of our community. And I just appreciate that. And I just appreciate the thanks. So thank you, William. And my friend, you've been puppetized. You're a beautiful model, by the way.
You have been puppetized. William is a relatively new member of our community, and we always like to, start getting to know people in our community. And I've had the chance to get to know him. Just a beautiful light, like you said, tuning in, absorbing the energy. He's good stuff. I like me some William Lamb.
Awesome. So let's do some news.
Talk to us about some news, Coach Nick.
First of all, this is the best news we have. Is Nancy said, "Good job, Nick, the artist."
You did great.
We could just shut the show down now. It's over. That was great. So, all right, we have some news, guys. First of all, if you weren't hanging out with us before and didn't know that we did a 3-day weekend that Emily's already mentioned, and you could tell we're still buzzing from it. We did the very first online retreat for the Akashic Academy. We had, I think, 18 healers from around, it was mainly the U.S., I think, this tribe. I think we had some people outside, but mainly the U.S. And I will tell you, it was phenomenal. Ooh. Like, better than what we could have even imagined. We're like, oh, we're going to do this. It's going to be great. But as the weekend unfolded, we had so much fun, so much bonding, breakthroughs. Tanya literally created sales that night using the techniques she learned. People got clarity on exactly what it is that we're doing. We had a ton of fun. We pulled cards, oracle cards and tarot cards. We had energy activations, guided meditations, plus strategies to be able to grow your business, support, inspiration. I mean, it was really the whole nine. It was a beautiful weekend, and we're excited to do it again. We don't have dates right now, but I'll tell you, we will be doing another 3-day weekend coming up in 2019. So just be out on the lookout for that, because you won't want to miss this one the next time. It was just a phenomenal weekend. Second piece of news is we've got the next edition of the Akashic magazine about to drop January 1st. Guys, it's a beautiful edition. There's lots of great articles in there, from programming water, tips on growing your business. I included a nice recipe for you, khichdi, which is a beautiful meal. We've got some artists, some artistry, some work in there. There's a beautiful painting of a friend of mine, Som, who painted a picture of Krishna that's in there. It's just an absolutely full magazine. Shout out to Bridget, who's our magazine editor, and all the fantastic work she's doing. Make sure you are signed up. Make sure you are signed up to our emailing list, because if you're on our emailing list, you will get, see, Laura's asking, how do I get this magazine? You got to be on the emailing list. Yeah. And Emily's going to post the link so you can sign up. Make sure you get on that email list, because as soon as the magazine is released, everybody on our email list will get the first copies and get it right away. You'll be able to download it right away and get to some good reads over the holidays. It's got some fantastic information for you. So a couple of news, guys. I gotta go back though, just because William has just joined us, and he says,
yes, you gotta show him.
He says, "Hi, have I missed something?" William makes me smile, and Teresa. All right, William, what you missed was your puppet. You've been puppetized. I puppetized you this morning, and I was giving you a big shout out just for being part of the community and always showing up. And here you are. So I hope you're loving the puppet version of yourself, my brother. Thank you so much for being here. All right, cool. Let's keep rocking and rolling. Emily, talk to us a little bit about the holidays, because right now, again, it's marketed. All the advertisements are telling you it's a beautiful time and it's so awesome. And I really believe it is a beautiful time, or it can be anyways. It has the potential. And I really enjoy the intention or spirit behind the holidays. But I know for so many people, it turns out to be full of stress, full of anxiety, worry, drama, sometimes dealing with past traumas. You know, some people experience a lot of loneliness. All kinds of emotions and stuff comes up around these next few weeks. Can you talk to us a little bit about how we can still make it joyful?
Absolutely. First, I'd just like to know specifically from our community, what triggers you guys during the holidays? What's triggering you right now? Like what's coming up for you? Because it's become very, very commercialized. You know, she's so embarrassed. Wait till you go back and watch it from the beginning, because we said all kinds of nice things about you, friend. I think that, you know, if you notice that stress is coming up for you, learn to just see that as a red flag, that you're showing up in what I call the 3D right now. So we've got the 3D and we got the 5D. The 3D is the place where you have very little, much less, I'll say, control over your own emotions, over your own thoughts, because you're part of an energy matrix that's incredibly programmed. You're programmed to see these commercials, to see advertisements on billboards and magazines, to feel like you need and want this stuff, or that you need to give to the perfect gift to a friend of one of these things. And we begin to really start to, like, very subtly go down this spiral where sometimes you can even feel like you're trying to show, I'm showing up abundant and generous, and I'm just going to splurge on whatever this gift is. And then you freaking stress about it later. These are subtle ways that we still get pulled into this 3D dynamic. So here are a couple of tips that I have for you guys. Anytime that you notice stress is coming up, whether it's around finances, the right gift, your family, whatever it is, I want you to recognize that you're showing up in the 3D. right now we have this opportunity, and we are kind of fluctuating back and forth between the 3D, the 5D. What is the 5D? The 5D is basically where you're showing up as your higher self in an more elevated state of consciousness, right? When you show up in 5D, what you're going to recognize is that these stress points, these triggers, are actually huge portal gateway opportunities for you to make a shift in this moment. So that's the first thing. Anytime there's trigger coming up, I want you to see from a bigger perspective. We're shifting from 3D to 5D right now, and this is a beautiful opportunity for you to take control of the thoughts, of the emotions, unplug from 3D so you have control of your own thoughts and emotions. You can stand in your own sovereignty, your own Christ consciousness. We're going to talk a little bit more about what that encompasses. You're going to find it a lot easier to have tolerance and compassion and love for your relatives, for your friends, the people that might be triggering you, that you're hanging out with, when you make this shift up into 5D. Because those trigger points of judgment aren't going to come up for you. Those trigger points of, and truthfully, when we're judging somebody else, we're just judging ourselves. They're just reflecting something back to us. So it really comes back to a self-judgment. If you want to escape all of that, you got to recognize your trigger points, and you've got to make the decision to move up into these higher frequencies. You got to give yourself a little breath work, a little moment to pause, to recenter, to shift your radio dial, whatever it takes for you. And as you move up into that higher frequency, because we've been building it, you guys can get there. You know how to shift your frequency and get up to that place. If you choose that, you're going to find that you're dynamically growing. One, not only is the time that you spend in what could have been a tense situation before going to be easy and more fun and more graceful, but anytime that you're showing up in that way, you're strengthening your own like Zen master skills. So it's a multidimensional opportunity for growth. And it's really accelerated right now. Hugely, hugely accelerated. Okay. There's one other thing that I wanted to share with you guys that I think is a really powerful tool. That's simple, but it really helps to shift. And I'm talking like, again, big overall paradigms right now. This moving from 3D to 5D, this age of enlightenment, this age of Aquarius that we're in, these are patterns that are shifting in our society from a value of materialism into a value of wisdom and knowledge. Okay? So if you want to help support the deconstruction of the materialism that is showing up in the spirit of this holiday, which is Christ consciousness, is basically what we're trying to celebrate here. Instead of finding the perfect toy, the perfect outfit, the perfect candle, the perfect whatever, buy somebody a reading, buy somebody a deck of cards, buy somebody a month membership into the Akashic Academy. Do something that supports their growth and their expansion of who they are without feeding that materialism. Don't play into that. This subtle shift can really allow you, like I said, participating multidimensionally. You're participating multidimensionally because not only are you giving a gift to somebody that is designed to be seeds that continue to expand in them, but you're not supporting the commercialism that is. You know, Coach Nick, you were saying this weekend, Coca-Cola owns Santa, right?
They do. They trademark Santa.
Coca-Cola does not own the Akashic Academy, just so you know. By the way, Coach Nick, what do you have to say about it? And what do you have to say about it? And what's your personal experience too?
I think that, I think what you said about keeping the spirit of it at the forefront, for many people celebrating Christmas, it's about the birth of Christ. And it's what Jesus and Lord Jesus Christ represented here. And I think gift giving is a nice thing. It's in his birth story, right? The three kings came and presented gifts. So actually in devotional life, giving and receiving gifts are part of giving and receiving love. Like, it's one of the ways that we show love to each other. But it's the spirit in which it is done that matters. So gift giving in and itself is neither no good nor bad or right or wrong. But when we're giving gifts, and we're giving gifts so somebody compliments us, we're giving a gift so somebody then we can out gift our relatives. Right. When we're giving gifts because we're obligated to do it. We don't want to do it, but it's an obligation. All of that, remember, what you're really giving is an energy. You're giving something material, but that material thing that you're giving holds the energy in which you were in while you were shopping for it, making it, or giving it. It's no different like when you're cooking for someone. Whatever your energy was when you're cooking, that is what's transferred to them. So the energy that is being given is what's important, and the ability to receive. But you cannot be conscious of your energy if you are caught up in, is all the decorations look nice? Is it all perfect? What is Auntie going to say about it? Auntie's not happy because the dinner wasn't hot enough. The soup wasn't what she wanted. Right? There's so much of this like petty stuff. And I consider that petty stuff. Cousin so-and-so showed up late and, oh, did you see what she was wearing? It was so inappropriate. Like, it's so easy to find fault. Whether it's finding fault with the dinner, finding fault with cousin who showed up late, finding fault with auntie's, noodles, finding fault with the pastor who didn't necessarily give the sermon that you thought they should give, You see, it's so easy to find fault. That's normal. Don't be normal. Don't be normal. Be the change. Find what's good in the holidays. Find what's right. And really keep that spirit of Christ alive. Love. And make it about that energy. And if you do that, then naturally all the petty stuff that most people get caught up with, the drama and all of this worry and anxiety, that's it. And like in my family personally, like we've gone away from giving gifts because we're all adults now, right? We're all we're all adults, we all have our own families and such. And we realized that the gifting was just something we were doing because that's what we always did. So the kids, we still get gifts and such for the kids because they really enjoy that, and we all like shopping for the kids. But with ourselves, it's more about being just together because we're not together the way that we used to be. So now it's an opportunity to be together. But I'll also share with you, don't bring all these stories around it. Personally, this year, for me, the holidays are not going to be what they normally are. But I'm just not putting any story to it. I'm not saying, oh, look at this, is this, is this. Don't put any story to it. Just trust and accept that this is the way it's unfolding. And if you don't put a story to it, you won't have this pity party about whatever you may be going on. And I know some people like, oh, I'm going to be alone this holidays, or my mother passed away and this was the time where it brings up a lot of these things. And I'm not saying that, it doesn't hurt or that there's no pain there that you might not be, but see if you can reframe that story and be very present to what is. The more unattached you are, there you can just allow the season to unfold. And in that way, whatever the season brings to you, you can accept it as a benediction. You say, well, there must be some higher purpose why it's unfolding this way. So I'm going to gladly accept that. And so surrender. The more you surrender, you keep the spirit of Christmas alive and you keep the materialism to a minimum. There's no reason you shouldn't have a very stress-free and happy holidays.
Coach Nick, you've got a lot of new patterns emerging. Not only are you experiencing a new pattern this holiday, but you got your first deck of Oracle cards this weekend.
Tarot cards.
There's a difference.
Terror.
The oracles are very light and fluffy. Tarots are a little more tell it like it is. Hey, have you packed those yet? Do you have those? Let's do a dual activation for everyone today. Why don't you pull a card and then I'll bring up an activation for us.
Okay, sure.
Since you're broadening your divination tools here, normally you use your beads. We got crystals coming to you. Miss Nancy Louise got crystals coming to you. You got a deck of cards here. We're just expanding your toolbox. It's fun. And I threw out some Vedic knowledge this weekend too. Expanded my toolbox.
Yes, you did. All right.
All right, someone has to tell Nick to stop.
Yeah, someone's got to say stop. I just realized that.
Keep him going. Keep him going. See, you're doing so good. I taught him how to use his cards. I said, knock on them, clear the energy out.
I try to listen once in a while. Someone's got to say stop here.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
If not, we're just going to you're going to just have to watch me do this for your holiday season. There's way better things you could be doing than watch me shovel a back of
you
tarot
could be
cards for the
watching
holiday.
anything right now, but you were watching Nick shuffle cards.
All right. I saw a stop. Thank you, Pam. All right, here we go.
Yeah.
I'm not going to look. I'm just going to hold it up.
I'm gonna have to get
What do we got
pumped.
here? All right.
Who is it? It's Page of Swords. I don't
Page
know.
of Swords.
Okay.
All right. Let's see what Page of Swords has to say. And this is for everybody tuning in, both live and on the recording. All right. We got to find it now. I'm still learning this deck. All right. Page upright. Yes. You have a curious mind and love to ask questions and learn new things. You are a natural communicator and ready to take the next step to share your message with the world.
All right, you guys.
Perfect. And did you get anything intuitively, Emily?
Well, I'm just going to bring through energy right now. I mean, obviously, it's incredibly synchronous with what we're doing here. And considering the strides that we took this weekend, considering the structures that were built energetically, the bonds that were created, we have solidified and are continuing to solidify and grow a community where if you heard that message and you were like, yeah, that's me, and you're watching here right now and you're not working with Coach Nick and I really just want to invite you. It's time to dive in. You can start at the level of diving into the academy and membership. We have an incredible support and library that's just going to bring you up to speed. And then I suggest diving in. Dive into a modality like the Akashic Records. The Akashic Records, I realized for those of you crystal fans out there, I was looking for my master crystal. I think I was meditating with it the other day and I took it out of here. The clear quartz crystal is known as the master crystal. When you're using it with other crystals, it's known as the master healer. It basically magnifies the effect of any of the other crystals that you're using. And I realized the records are much like that. They're a master healer individually for you. And then they're going to magnify whatever modality that you're using. It just magnifies and opens up more dynamically. And when all of us have the ability, if you feel connected to this mission, to dive into relationship and partnership and experience with Nick and I and the Academy and to walk through this, this is the time. And it's happening big and fast. And I can tell you, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. So Cindy says me. Any of you guys who want to receive that, say yes, say me. I'm going to send out that soul calling energy. Anybody who wants to receive that energy of being connected with your soul family. And truthfully, if it's not here, I bless you to receive this anyway and find that soul family because we all need that connection. You want to know what happens when you find it? Just take a look at what's going on with our community members. It is rocking and amazing. And it feels beautiful to have not only tuned into that on an energetic level between the friendship and the partnership that exists between Coach Nick and I, that is just a ripple effect out for everyone in this community, but also the platforms and the structures This magazine, this is opportunities to highlight our community and your knowledge. Our network is an opportunity to highlight you guys, to help you create shows where you share your message and you begin to find those who are meant to work with you. So those of you who want to receive this energy of the soul calling of your family, open your hearts right now. I just want you to imagine just like a beautiful bowl. You can make this a metallic, a gold, a silver bowl, a crystal bowl. You can make it beautifully embellished, however you want. You can make it simple. Allow that bowl to fully encompass your heart space. And I want you guys to receive that energy, the calling of your soul family, and allow that energy to fill up that bowl in your heart. And as you breathe, just allow yourself to fill up. Allow that bowl to fill up. Finding self-acceptance, self-love, self-actualization. All of that is available, and we're all doing it together here within the Academy. So if you resonate with this message, I feel like I'm the pastor. Coach Nick and I invite you home. Come home. Didn't the pastor ever say that at the end of, I don't know, I went to Baptist church. And then we'd start singing, come home, come home. I can't even sing it with a straight face. Ye who are weary. Make Joyce sing it. Come home. Sorry.
Wow.
I had to go full like Christmas hymns and stuff for you guys. And look at everybody saying hi to each other. And this truly is a really, really incredible space. And I do invite you guys, if you resonate, come on in. Check out what's going on inside of this space. It will blow your socks off. The best Christmas gift you ever gave yourself. That's all I have to say today, Coach Nick. I'm not going to sing us out today. Maybe you can lead us out.
I'll spare you guys
I crawl up in my
too
shell.
many hymns. Awesome. Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning in. For those of you celebrating Christmas, we wish you a very Merry Christmas, and look out. I won't be here next week. Emily, are you gonna? We're doing this alive. Are you planning on showing up next week?
Oh, no, you guys
we didn't actually pre-discuss that.
We didn't. It's not the 27th next week, right?
It's the 28th next
It's
week.
the 28th. I'm coming. I'm here.
So Emily will be here. I'll actually be traveling. I'll be literally at this time. I will be in a flight headed to go see my family. So you guys will hang out with Emily next week. Also, we've got coming up later today, we've got Brad Johnson. We've got Laura. I was about to say Laura O'Shea, but not yet. That's coming. We've got the feng shui lady, another Laura. So tune in. Guys, keep us tuned in all throughout the holidays. We've got shows to keep you inspired and uplifted. And for those of you who are not members, join us over the holidays and be around your soul family for the holidays. Thank you guys so much. Have a fantastic day.